What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So as you guys know, we have been doing the simming 3 years into the future and starting the rebuild in the year of 2026. But we've been doing that with teams that might be trending more towards the wrong directions as their rosters are getting older. But what if we took a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder, for instance, when 3 years from now, they should only look even better than they already are as of right now. So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to simulate 3 years into the future and rebuild the Oklahoma City Thunder in the offseason of 2026 like we've been doing this whole week with all these other teams. If you're still confused, I'll explain a little bit more in a second. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So right now, of course, we're going to start today, and we all know how good the Oklahoma City Thunder are already showing what they're capable of. But we know with all the draft picks they have piled up and everything they can do, 3 years from now, this team might look totally dominant. They may be a super team. Like, there is a chance this Thunder team is going to be absolutely insane. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it to the test. Today, what I've been doing is I've been letting the assistant GM, the CPU, make all the moves for the next 3 seasons, and then I take over in the offseason of 2026. So we've been doing it with teams like the Clippers, the Warriors, who their rosters are older, and Paul George, Kawhi may not be there 3 years from now. You got Stephen Curry, who may not be on the Warriors 3 years from now. Like, stuff like, or Steph, Clay, Draymond. You get what I'm saying. You get the point. But with the Thunder, they're such a young roster that they're going to have what they have now and be even better. So obviously this is going to be like an easier rebuild because the teams are going to be dominant and stacked, but I'm still curious to see what it's going to look like. So I've done enough talking. I'll see you guys in the offseason of 2026. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to choose overs or unders on your favorite players that you enjoy watching each and every day. It is available on mobile or desktop, and this is how it looks. They give you the number and you're going to choose over or under on it. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine, whether it's soccer, NFL, NHL. They have a ton of different options. So this is how it works. You choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players, 25 times your money. Prize Picks has just elevated my watching experience to a whole new level. So if you want to sign up, I also have some of my entries as examples here. That way you can kind of see how it works. But if you want to sign up, links in the description. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. We've officially made it to the offseason of 2026. You guys already know, if you've been watching these this week, this is how I like to start things. We like to see who has won a championship as of late, the MVP, the main important thing. So your MVP for the last 4 seasons have been Ja, Garland, Tatum, and Jokic. All right, let's go look at champions. So champions, you got the Cavaliers, the Hawks, the Cavs, and the Hawks. So Hawks and Cavs have been dominating, apparently. So we did not see the Thunder win a championship for the last 4 seasons. So I guess I do have my work cut out for me today to deliver them their first championship in quite some time. Have the Thunder ever won a championship? I actually have no idea. I don't think they have, but I mean, Seattle, I don't know if they ever won one. Not sure if they have. But regardless, let's go take a look at what we're working with. What do the Thunder look like in the offseason of 2026? 3 years from now, what is the roster looking like? Boom. Here we go. Shea, Josh Giddey, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Ousmane Dieng, Ron Holland, okay, Omari. You got Brandon Clark, KJ Evans, Ty Washington, Bryce, and then Damian Collins and Isaiah Evans. Okay. Nothing too over out of the ordinary. Like, they didn't get like a Victor Wembanyama or anything like that. But Jalen Williams is developed, Holmgren's developed, Giddey's developed, and Shea is developed. So they also got like Ron Holland, Ousmane Dieng, Omari, Clark, and then KJ Evans. Why is Brandon Clark always on the team I take over? I feel like he's always here. He was in one of the other videos that I did as well 3 years from now. So Brandon Clark just always showing his face. As far as guys retiring, LeBron James is retiring a Boston Celtic. DeRozan's retiring a Bull. Gordon Hayward retiring a Clipper. Joe Val, Reggie Bullock. Definitely some interesting retirements. Clay on the Pacers is so bizarre. But let's go to the lottery. So we might even have a lottery pick here as well from some team. Like, this is the beauty of this rebuild, because we are so far into the future and we know how many draft picks the Thunder hold, and we have that Clippers pick, which is a top 3 projected pick right now. So we might get lucky and walk away with the #1 overall pick to start this rebuild, and we do not. We get 5. So we got Nuggets 1, 2 Spurs. We get the 5th overall pick. And then do we have any other picks in this draft? You have the Miami pick, we have our own pick, and then we have Houston's pick. So we got a lot of draft picks in this draft, and we're going to be able to use those to our advantage to probably make a trade, because at this point, I mean, 3 years from now, the Thunder have done plenty of drafting, right? They've done plenty of drafting. So it's time to, kick it up a notch and make some aggressive moves. I don't know what I plan on doing, but we're in 3 years from now. There could be a guy available that we could trade for that maybe I couldn't have traded for 3 years ago. So we're in a pretty good spot right now to make some big move. I find it very funny that Bill Donovan is the assistant head coach here because obviously he used to be the head coach. But regardless, I'm going to fill this out. We're going to look at all of our options. Maybe I just trade up in the draft. Maybe we make a big trade for a star. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I'm looking around the league, of course, at potential options that we can trade for. And I told you 3 years ago, some of these guys may not even have been available. And there's a current guy that I'm looking at, and he is not untouchable right now. And he is sitting on the New Orleans Pelicans at 26 years old, 97 overall, Zion Williamson. If there's any team that could trade for a guy like Zion, it is of course going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder here. I don't know if I have the assets before the draft to pull this off, but they hope to acquire Chet Holmgren. I don't think I'm throwing him in this trade. I'm going to try to keep him if I can. Although I do have Amari, I guess, behind him, but he's already up to like an 89. So no need to do that. But if we can get Zion here, I almost can guarantee we probably win a championship next year. So that is going to be my goal. Zion Williamson. Now, can we pull this off? Potentially. But I don't know if we have the salary or the contract. So we got Clark and Washington under contract, and we got a couple young players down here that might sweeten the offer. So we maybe have a nice package for them. So as far as draft picks are concerned, so starting now, our future draft picks are definitely expiring here. So it is nice that we can cash them in right now. So I'm gonna offer this fifth overall pick, Zion, and then the 16th overall pick, I should say. And then I'm gonna offer some of my young guys. So we got Collins down, or not Collins, Isaiah Evans. He's got 2-star trade value. We're gonna be $33 million off. Do I have to like throw Josh Giddey in here? Because I would prefer not to. Maybe I have to throw Clark. Okay, I can get two. Okay, this probably ain't going through. So Clark, and I'll offer. Yeah, I don't really. Okay, let's just offer this and see what they say. I doubt they accept this, but hey, man can try. So 5th overall, 16, Isaiah Evans, TJ Powers, Clark, and 2029 protected. They of course don't agree to that. That's fair. Okay. Do I throw Josh Giddey? I would love to keep Shea, Josh Giddey all together. Ron Holland, I wouldn't mind throwing him in this trade, but unfortunately, I wish 2K, man. I really wish that you could throw like team options into a trade before the draft, because that would just be such a dream scenario. So I'm going to go offer Washington. That's not going to change their minds. I think we definitely are going to have some of our bigger younger players in here, because that ain't going to get it done. I am definitely trying my hardest, though, to get Zion. So I will see you guys after the draft. We'll draft somebody at 5 and throw them in the trade for Zion. So we're visiting the Pelicans again right after the draft, and I have drafted Koa Pete with that 5th overall pick. He might become an absolute stud for us, of course, but I really want to cash in on Zion right now and bring him to the team. So I'm offering Koa Pete. I'm going to offer Ron Holland as well, because I feel like we can just kind of cash him in here. And then I'm probably going to have to throw like Clark or Washington salary in here to make the money work eventually. And I'll give you like maybe KJ Evans as well. Then let's say Collins. Is this going to get it done? And then Powers? Is that too much? Not going to be enough, apparently. So do I have to throw Clark's salary in here? Maybe Clark's salary has to be in here. So Koa P, Ron Holland, Washington, KJ Evans, Clark, and then let's say 1 future first-round pick. So all these young guys for Zion, do they accept? They don't agree. Damn, okay. Let's say we removed maybe this first-round pick. We can't go to that many players. What if I offered Amari as well, who has 3.5-star trade value? Okay, this should get done, right? 1.5 stars. If we had like 1 guaranteed, like really good pick, I feel like they accept this. But with Amari in this trade, the trade value is there. Does this go through? They agree. Let's go. We got Zion Williamson on the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's what I wanted to accomplish. We have cashed in with all of our future assets on Zion Williamson. Now we can have a big 4 of Shea, Zion, Giddey, Chet Holmgren, and not to mention Jalen Williams as well, which will probably play him at the small forward. So yeah, I'm really loving what our roster is about to look like. This is going to be insane. So as far as qualifying offers are concerned, we got to bring back Ousmane Dieng, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Williams. So I'm going to extend all those qualifying offers. And then free agency, I don't know if we're going to have any important free agents to worry about. We got Chet, of course. Like I obviously listed those guys off. So the 3 guys we need to bring back are all of our restricted free agents. So what about everything else that we have going on? What is our bench going to look like? So we got Shea right now. We have Kate Boozer, who's not really going to do much for me here at this point. We got Ollie, once again, not really going to do much for me. Isaiah Evans, and then Bryce. Bryce actually going to be a fine backup small forward. Isaiah Evans could turn into something good. Collins, Power. So these guys might all develop into something really good. And then Clark is a fine backup center, but I definitely wouldn't mind upgrading that position if we could. So if I throw Clark and maybe like something else in the trade finder right now, could I get like a better center offered me? So let's go like Kate Boozer, like this backup point guard. Do I get a better center offered me? Like Kevon Looney. I would prefer a younger guy, I guess. Malik Monk, first round picks. Marvin Bagley in a first round pick. I feel like we can throw Marvin Bagley at the center, backup center spot, and we can roll with that. He could be kind of like or Xavier Tillman as well is not bad. First round pick swaps. Maybe Trey Murphy. Love myself some Trey Murphy, but Achua, of course, is always a solid idea. Let me just get Achua in a first round pick. I'll go with that. Bagley would have been cool as well, but I'll go with that. Achua is more playing center anyway, so we're going to go pressure Achua as our backup, so that's going to be solid. And then it's just a matter of waiting on these guys to come back. Gary Harris, I'm not worried about, of course. So Chet Holmgren, of course, going to match that. No need to let him go. And then I'm mostly concerned bringing back Jalen Williams. Ousmane Dieng would be a bonus as well. So let me go ahead and probably just pay Jalen Williams. We are about to be, wow, we're already hard capped, bro. Wow, already hard capped. So maybe, okay, I don't know how we're going to do this. We're already hard capped, which is no surprise, I guess. Jalen Williams, is it going to let me match it? It wouldn't. Do I have to renounce? Oh my goodness. I don't want to lose Jalen Williams. No. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to dump some salaries. Achua, I thought I could keep you, but that is not going to be the case. I don't know if this is going to fix anything, but we got to try to get under the hard cap. So I'm going to trade him to Charlotte for this first round pick. Does that change anything? It does not. Trade exception. Oh, it's renounced that. Okay. We can match Jalen Williams. So we get Jalen Williams back. I did not want to let him go. So Chua would have been fine, and I don't think we're going to be able to bring back Ousmane Dieng now. We're so over the hard cap. It's not even funny. So not really surprised because we've paid so many young players at this point. So we might not be able to pay Shea next year. Zion, of course, we brought in, so that probably put us in a really bad position. But as long as I was able to keep my starting five, I think I can make the rest of the roster work. Can I sign anybody, like maybe a center? Like a Nerlens Noel, or like I could sign a minimum contract, right? Because we need a backup center right now. So I'm gonna offer, I guess, Wenyen Gabriel a backup center position, and maybe we have to make a trade. Fortunately, I'm going to lose Ousmane Dieng, which really sucks, but it's kind of where we're at right now. So Ousmane Dieng, actually no, he was able to come back as qualifying offer, so never mind. We were able to get him back. So Powers, Evans, Wenyen Gabriel. I definitely need, well, I mean, if we don't need a backup center, I guess it's not gonna. We don't have a backup guard. We have small forwards, which I'm going to move Williams, like I said, to small forward. So let's do that right now. Jalen Williams will be our starting small forward. So it'll be Shea, Giddey, Jalen Williams, Bryce, Isaiah Evans, and then Zion, Ousmane Dieng, Damian Collins, and then you got like Chet Holmgren, Wenyen Gabriel. So can I play like, we're going to have to definitely be a little different here. So I'm going to move, let's say, can I move Bryce to shooting guard? He would go down. Evans, can I move him to shooting guard? He would go down. I got to do something here. Ollie, he's not really going to play minutes. And then Ousmane Dieng, can like, I haven't played backup center. I don't know. I don't love the idea of doing this, but Powers, backup center, Collins, backup center. I guess we're going to do something along the lines of that. So maybe the trade deadline, we can make a trade for a center, maybe using Ousmane Dieng's contract since we're not going to be able to keep him next year. Maybe we could do something like that. We'll see what happens. We're going to have to pay Shea next year as well. But with Zion brought in, this team should, I will say should win a championship, but we're definitely playing with numbers here. It is definitely getting really close. So let's go take a look at what our rotation is going to look like. So this is your Thunder 3 years from now. Shea, Giddey, Jalen Williams, Zion, Chet Holmgren, Ousmane Dieng, Bryce, Collins, and then Powers. The bench is absolutely trash. It's not great. By any means, it is not good. But our starting five, pretty stacked. So we are at the trade deadline, and I honestly hate to do this, but I know for the fact of the matter is I'm going to have to pay Shea this offseason. I don't even know if that's going to be able to solve this, but I'm not going to be able to keep everybody. So I might as well just kind of maximize our bench right now as it is. Powers and Damian Collins are guys I'm not going to be able to keep. So we're instead going to be taking on an expiring Bobby Portis and expiring Victor Oladipo to help us out this season, and then we won't be resigning him after this. So Bobby Portis would be a really good backup center, 84 overall right now as well. So that's going to be so solid to have him come off the bench for us. That upgrades the bench like crazy. And then Oladipo is a fine shooting guard, at least for this season, and once played in Oklahoma City as well on top of that. So is there anyone else I can trade that maybe may not play a huge part of what we do going forward, like Chun and Ollie? Like, I like these guys, but we need to open up as much salary as possible because we got to get under the hard cap to try to re-sign Shea, because that's going to be big time. We're going to have to bring him back. So I don't know if there's anybody that's got expiring offers to me, like Kevin Huerter. Like, we can get Kevin Huerter right now, who would be such a solid backup shooting guard. So we're going to do something like this, and that will be our brand new rotation. So it'll be Kevin Huerter. That pushes Oladipo down here, which is fine. And then what we can do is I think we can move Oladipo. Actually, he's already at point guard, so we can leave Oladipo at point guard. So our bench is going to expire in the offseason. So Portis, Herter, and Oladipo will all be gone, but some of those rookie contracts are off our books. That way, maybe, just maybe, we are potentially going to be able to re-sign Shea, because that's going to be a big thing we got to do this offseason. And it's going to be tough, really tough, with how much, money we're already paying. So, and then I don't know if Josh Giddey, no, he's not a free agent. Jalen Williams, of course, just paid. Zion's got another year. And then, yeah, so everyone else should be fine. The bench may suck next year, which is why it's important to cash in this year. So let's go ahead and see if we can go win a championship, as we're the first seed as of right now. So with everything we have done, Shea comes out and wins a most valuable player award, 28.5, 12 assists. We got to make sure we find a way to keep him. If I have to trade the whole roster to keep my starting 5, I will do it. So Liz Harrington, rookie of the year. Ron Holland goes to New Orleans and he wins 6, man. So shout out to him. Giannis, defensive player, and Jalen Hood-Safino in Brooklyn is your most improved. And Mark Daignault, coach of the year. As we went 62 and 20. So we got Shea, All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team. Do we get like Zion on here? Don't believe I saw him, and he's not here. All defensive team. Don't know if we're going to have that here. And we do have Shea making it, which is awesome. Would have been cool to see Chet here as well. But first in the Western Conference, can we get this Thunder team a championship this season? So Shea with 28.5, 23 from Zion, 20 and 12 from Josh Giddey. Absolutely amazing numbers across the board. Williams, Chelmgren. It's just like the perfect starting 5. I absolutely love it. Ujman Dang off the bench. Probably won't be able to keep him past this season. And then, of course, all these guys will be gone in the offseason. So hopefully we capitalize now on what we have and just come out here, dominate the West, and go win a championship. So we get to play the Timberwolves in round 1. They got Montrezl Harrell as their starting center. I feel pretty good about Chet maybe potentially being able to dominate. They got a pretty solid bench, though. If we lose in round 1, consider me upset, and we should be okay. Please. All right, we beat them in 6. I was about to say, if we lose in round 1 to an 8 seed, I'm gonna be upset. We get Utah. We have Scoot and Kyrie in the backcourt. Jarris Walker, Mark Williams, Marvin Bagley, Mo Bamba, Jayshawn Tate, RJ Jones. Gonna be a little bit of a tougher competition. This backcourt is nothing to play with, but in game 1, of course, we have a good backcourt as well. So, we're in a pretty good spot. Game 2, they even it up. We should not lose, man. We went all in on Zion for a reason. We beat them in 6, please. Please, no game 7. There we go. And now we get the Sacramento Kings. So shout out to the Kings. Let's see what they got nowadays. They got Sexton. They got no De'Aaron Fox. Keegan Murray is here. You got Jalen Duren, Jonathan Isaac, Blake Wesley. So Sexton is a new De'Aaron Fox. Honestly, this roster is not moving me that much. Like, if we lose this team, I'm gonna be super upset. Look what I have compared to them, right? Like, we should dominate this team. Game 1 up 1-0. They even it up. Of course, it's not gonna go easy. It's always the teams I think I'm just gonna dominate that I just lose to. We're up 3-2. Do we beat them in 6? I guess 6 is the magical number right now because we've beaten every team in 6 games so far. So now we get to play the Orlando Magic. Of course, they're going to have a good roster. You got Lonzo, Keontae George, Franz Wagner, Paulo, Hardenstein, Desmond Bane. Really solid team. This is going to be a tough matchup. They might be able to take us down here, but hopefully we can prevail. Game 1, they're up 1-0. Game 2, bro, no way. Okay, can we even it up, please? No, man. 3-1 deficit to come back and win a championship. First time we got the Thunder into the finals since what, the Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook days, and this is how we're gonna lose in 5 again, unless we can force a game 6 or game 7, I should say, or game 6. It'll be game 6 first step. So now it's time to force a game 7, and this is gonna be Orlando. If we can force them back to Oklahoma City, we should be in a good position. Our Thunder fans will go wild. I've been to Chester. I think they changed the name of the arena now, but like I've been there plenty of times, and I know how loud it can get. And we're down 7 right now with 1:53 left. So we got to dig deep. Can we come back in this game? Not looking good, boys. And we are going to lose to the Orlando Magic, bro. Damn, 115 and 125. And there is a chance we are going to be losing Shea this offseason. So we were not able to prevail and capitalize on the roster we have right now. The bench, it just wasn't working for us. So, moment of truth time. Lottery is not going to matter because we don't have a lottery pick, I believe. And we don't even have a pick in this. Actually, have that Charlotte pick. So, probably won't even draft anyone just because, like, we got to have as much money as possible to re-sign Shea. And I still don't even know if it's going to be enough. That's the problem on top of everything else we're dealing with. So let's go ahead and do this, fill this out, and I will see you guys in free agency to hopefully try to get Shea back. Moment of truth time here in free agency, and Shea is asking for $52 million. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get to that. Actually, I think we're good. I think we're under the hard cap, so we should be able to offer Shea. That's fantastic. We should be able to get Shea back, and that was my biggest worry as we were able to do that. I feel like if I didn't make all those moves, then we probably wouldn't have been able to, but I'm glad to see that we were able to. So we got Shea back. Of course, our bench is non-existent now because we traded everybody at the deadline. But we can go ahead and, you know, sign some veteran contracts. So we got Shea, Giddey, Isaiah Evans, Jalen Williams, Zion, and Chet. So we pretty much don't have a bench at all. We have our starting five still set in stone, which is a fantastic starting five. Let's just try to get the best bench that we can get. So as far as backup point guard is concerned, if we can go just like super cheap here, Trey Mann, who used to play in Oklahoma City. You got Saban Lee, 20 years old. He'll be like a minimum. You can't go wrong with that. We got to stay under the hard cap. So we'll go with Saban Lee. Is there anyone else? You got Bruce Brown, who if he's not going down overall, he'd be a really solid addition as well. Okogie, obviously a hard worker. Lonnie Walker, another one we can get close to maybe the minimum. So I'm going to go with that. And then let's go backup center. I would love Ousmane Deng back, but I don't know if I'll be able to get him back. Paul Reed, Jackson Hayes. You got Charles. I'm going to go with Paul Reed here. This will be the most expensive contract we give out. Hopefully I can like bring this down a little bit. Let's see if we can sign all three of these guys to be our bench pieces. And then Ousmane Deng and Bryce might also come back as well, not to mention. I don't know if I'll be able to sign both of them, but Ousmane Deng is listed as, yeah, I don't think I can sign him to that. That's just too much money. So I can't do that. Bryce is going to... Yeah, I can't get him either. Or yes, I can, I guess. So we can get Bryce back, but I'm not going to offer it. I'm not going to offer it. Ousmane Deng, as much as I would love to bring him back, it's not looking like I'm going to be able to. Let's go maybe the cheapest I can give him, and I can't give it to him. So no Ousmane Deng, which I kind of figured would be the case eventually. Kenrich Williams, Najee Marshall. Maybe he finds a way to come back as qualifying offer, but he's not restricted, so I doubt it. So Bryce, and we can get, I think that'll be it. So Bryce will probably play... I think that's going to be our bench. We're going to have Saban Lee, Isaiah Evans, Lonnie Walker. Our bench is going to be really bad. It's going to be pretty bad, but it's what we got to work with. So this is what we get back. Bryce is back, and then Ousmane Deng still sitting in free agency. Zion is starting to go down in overall. Paul Reed. Isaiah Evans is up to a 79 overall, though, so that's going to be huge for us. We might be running like an 8-man rotation all season because of how bad our bench is. Let's just play our starting five as many minutes as possible. Can't go wrong. And then we'll look at this rotation one last time. And hopefully we can go out here and win a championship this time around. So we take a look at it. We got an 8-man rotation because that's what we roll with. It's going to be Shea, Giddey, Williams, Zion, Holmgren, Reed, Isaiah Evans, and Bryce. We were actually also a 5-star proficiency last year, and we're 5-star again. So let's come out here. Let's see if we can simulate this season and ultimately bring home a championship to Oklahoma City. Shea ends up winning back-to-back MVPs. No surprise there, as we were the best team in the West once again. But hopefully we can cash in on a championship, because that's what truly matters, is winning that title at the end of the day. Can be as good as you want in the regular season. Josh Giddey also making an All-NBA third team is awesome to see. And then do we have Shea making an all-defensive team once again? It doesn't look like it, but Chet made it this time, which is cool. So first seed in the West, man. First seed in the West. Player stats-wise, 28 from Shea, 24 from Zion, 22 and 12 from Giddey, 17 and 11 from Chet, and then 16 from Jalen Williams, 9 from Evans, and then 7 from Bryce. Bench obviously was non-existent, not that great, so we're not even worried about the bench production. So starting five is what matters. We're top heavy, kind of like the Warriors when they were top heavy and the bench was just okay. But we get the Mavericks in round one. They have Joel Embiid. Hopefully Chet can hold his own. I mean, Zion, maybe throw Zion at Joel Embiid a little bit. I don't know how well that would go, but somebody current round against Dallas. They're the 8th seed for the reason, and we beat them in 4. W. Sacramento, once again, they got Trae Young this time, though, so I guess maybe be a little bit more terrified of them. Instead of calling Sexton, it is Trae Young. They don't have Sexton anymore, but I'm still not very intimidated by this roster. The second best player is Keegan Murray. So somebody in current round, and we beat them in 4. So that's a W, and now we get to play the Grizzlies, who have John Morant, Quentin Grimes, Ian Jackson, Walker Kessler, Randall. Pretty good team. Pretty good team, I won't lie. Here we go. Game 1. They win game 1. Game 2, even it up. Game 3, they're up 2-1. Don't lose to the Grizzlies, bro. Please. Can we win 3 straight? Can we win 3 straight? No. Game 7, man. Game 7. All right. Please don't lose to Memphis here. Please don't lose to Memphis. We're already running an 8-man rotation as it is, bro. Please don't lose to Memphis. Are we really about to lose to Memphis, man? This is crazy. Like, how does this starting 5 not win a championship, bro? How does it not happen? Zion, Shea, Giddey, Chet, Jalen Williams. Yeah, the bench sucks. I get it. But last year, we lost to this Grizzlies team, man. I don't even have the willpower to keep going. Like, how do you lose, bro? Like, two seasons in a row. And I don't even think we're going to be able to keep everybody. Giddey's going to be a free agent. It's going to be so tough. Man, this sucks. So I decided to run it back one more season. I kept everything basically the same. Of course, the bench is a little bit different. I just went and signed whatever minimums I could get. So you got like, I guess Paul Reed is still here, and Naismith was the other guy we got who was playing minutes. So same roster, same starting five. I was able to resign Giddey and Zion. Of course, we were getting super close to that hard cap, but we were able to pull it off under it with those two. But this is it. If we lose here, I'm calling it a GG's, and that's it. So I'm just going to click somebody current round every round and hope for the best, unless if I just feel like, hey, this is too close for comfort. So somebody current round against Utah, and we lose game 1, and we go to 6. That was close, and now we get the team that eliminated us last year. And I went game by game last year, so I wonder if I click somebody current round, would the result be different? And it is going to be different. Of course it is. Why would it not be different? And now I get to play the Rockets. So Houston has Nick Smith. They got Jalen Green, Ingram, Jabari. Pretty good team in Houston. Wouldn't be surprised if we lost here, but once again, I'm going to click something around and see what happens. We lose in 6. So, ultimately, could not deliver a championship to the Thunder today. And we got the Rockets and the Cavs, and you got the Rockets going to win a championship. Honestly, I'm a little surprised, not going to lie to you, that this team could not win it, at least one, for the last 3 seasons. But you know what? It is what it is. 2K loves me, as you guys know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm very excited and curious to see what the next move for the Thunder will be in real life. Like, this team is starting to get this stride going. Eventually, when they make that big move, who will it be for? I wonder. That's just all I'm saying. Probably not Zion because of his injury concern. But, like, there's going to be some star player that maybe opens up. The Thunder will have the assets. I wonder who it'll be. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Sorry I couldn't bring a championship today, but thank you guys for watching. This Crushables, I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.